Hello friends, welcome to day 20 of our quarantine day series. I am Dr. Prachi from Shri Clinic. Here we are discussing various health topics, both physical and mental. So today's topic is something which is actually very common but not identified and not talked about much. So that is varicose veins. Yes. This varicose veins is something that almost each and every one of us face in a very small quantity or a very large and major quantity types, right? So today, before talking about varicose veins, we should be talking about how our heart supplies blood to our organs. Okay, for that I have a diagram for you. So in that, remember, red is a artery and blue is a vein. So what is an artery? Artery will supply pure blood, oxygenated blood to an organ. For example, this is my hand. My heart is supplying blood to this hand. Correct? So this organ, whatever it is. So by artery, that is by red color pipe, it will supply red blood, that is pure blood, directly from the heart. After coming to this organ, after supplying and fulfilling the demand of this particular organ, it will the blood will go back to the heart for the next pumping. But while going back, it's a very big process that before it goes back, it will carry all the dirt, all the impurities of this particular organ that has, so it has gone under so much exertion. For example, this is a hand, so I am using it on an everyday basis, correct? So because of doing this, the impurities in that blood, in that organ, is carried by another pipe back to the heart. Once the pure blood comes here, it will supply how much of a blood it wants and take back the remaining and impure blood from the organ by the pipe known as vein, right? So this vein is very important in our today's topic, right? While going back, what happens is what we are going to talk next, correct? So remember, this is the diagram that I am talking about. So this is the heart, as you can see. The red color is the artery and the blue color is the vein. It is blue because it is cyanosed and it is impure blood. So that is why the color of the blood will be slightly bluish or blackish. Okay. So now you can see, for example, if it is going to the arm, for example. So you can see it is going here. It is supplying the arm and it is coming back from the arm by the blue color. Similarly for the brain, lungs, intestine, liver, then kidneys and other organs also. So always remember, the cycle is important, right? Now, while going back to the vein, what happens is, first of all, we should remember the gravitational force. While coming down, for example, it is supplying my leg. While coming down through the artery, the blood will go ekdam aaram se. It will go very properly because there is gravitational force downwards. But while going up, for example, from the leg, when the blood has to come up, will it come up directly? No. It will need some pressure due to anti-gravitational force, correct? Now, because of that particular reason, we have been provided with valves, okay, in the veins. These are the valves. In the veins, we have been provided by flaps, which are known as valves. So this is the pipe. It has veins like this. For example, the blood is coming like this. It will open. It will let the blood go up. It will close again. So you can see the flaps opening and closing. Correct? So this is important. So the opening and closing of the flaps goes on a continuous basis in our veins, which helps us the impure blood to go up to our heart and pump again the normal blood. So this is the normal physiology. Now the problem comes where is excessive standing, for example, that is long standing. In many professions, you can see teachers, surgeons, bus conductors, policemen, there is continuous constant standing in their particular profession, correct? And because of this, what happens is the calf muscles get exerted, they get so somewhat dehydrated. Because of the muscle get dehydrated, the inside fascia, the sheaths, the muscles, the capillaries, the arteries and the veins also go under the exertion, and therefore the venous valves which I talked about, the flaps, they get obstructed, they get dysfunctioned like this. So this is a normal valve, okay, opening and closing. You can see this is something which it undergoes, and therefore what happens is, if the valves are just they do not open and close, they just stay like this, the veins will be, obviously the blood will be stuck up there, it will not go up, correct? There will be accumulation of blood, which results into, you must have seen this on various people, varicose veins, which is seen on the leg very commonly, correct? So this is varicose veins. Now why does it happen? As I said, due to excessive standing. If the people have blood pressure, definitely there is excessive pressure, the veins are not able to carry that much pressure, and therefore it may result into venous insufficiency and therefore varicose veins. What are the symptoms? First of all, you will see there are tortuous veins, which I just showed right now on the calf muscles specifically. Not only on the calf muscles, all over the lower legs. So that is most probably varicose veins. That is symptom number one. That is, it is seen. It may or may not be associated with pain. So secondly, yes, definitely there has to be pain. So if there is pain, obviously it has gone to stage 2, right? So there is pain, there is radiation, there is pain in the calf muscles. The patients are not able to stand for long. If they stand for long, definitely it will start paining. Not only the lower legs will pain, but the upper legs, that is till the hips also, the pain may radiate. Another important symptom of varicose veins is, if it is prolonged for long, if it is seen or if it is experienced by the patient for more than 3 years, 4 years, it results into varicose ulcers. That is, on the skin also it begins to start. On skin, the small venous capillaries, like arteries have branches, veins also have small branches which are known as capillaries. So venous capillaries also undergo varicose veins. Proper procedure, the same as I told you about the valves and all, it undergoes same. And sometimes, because they are very much near to our skin, as you can see, small capillaries, they go on our hands and legs, and you can see it's very small capillaries, reddish bluish in color. Sometimes what happens is, because of excessive pressure, they burst over there and it will start oozing out blood, and there will be an injury or a wound. So that results into varicose ulcer. And if you undergo varicose ulcer, it is highly difficult. I'm not saying impossible, it is difficult. The whole process of the treatment, it becomes really difficult. So if you are experiencing any venule, any varicose veins, tortuous veins, do not delay in contacting your doctor. Okay, so that is more important. So these are the symptoms. Management, definitely only one management, that is what we tell people: have good diet, exercise is important, and most importantly, elevation of your leg up till 30 degree is important while you are sleeping. So first half an hour during you sleep, elevate your legs, to take some load or pillows or something below your legs, so that the circulation becomes good. Okay, that is more important. And another very important reason behind this particular varicose veins is, if you are having any major diseases, for example, BP, we have talked earlier, diabetes, arthritis, and importantly spondylitis also, or hip region, if there is pelvic any problem, a vascular necrosis, types of things. So these things will also contribute to having varicose veins in a particular person. Now, homeopathy, how it works, definitely it has very good medicines for varicose veins, particularly in homeopathy, because it will not do your go and improve your blood, and it will not make your blood thin or something. No, it will go and give sufficient strength, sufficient activity to your valves, which are just stuck somewhere. It will go on increasing the activity, necessary activity to that particular vein or valve which is dysfunctioned. If that happens, definitely varicose veins will go on decreasing in homeopathic treatment. Secondly, what it will do is it will improve the circulation. It will improve the load that has been given onto the venous total system. It will reduce that and it will give good results. Thirdly, it will definitely reduce your symptoms, varicose ulcers. If there is pain, if there is throbbing pain, it can reduce that too. So that is about homeopathy. So that was it for today. That was varicose veins and homeopathic importance to it. And if you are having any type of such symptoms, please feel free to contact me anytime for homeopathic treatment. We can do video consultation also. And today's YouTube video is also up, so you can watch that also. I will be linking the link for YouTube also. Please do watch and let me know your feedbacks. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much.